Well, hello everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I want to welcome you out to Jay's Learning School here on my YouTube channel, where I'm able to take the opportunity to teach you vocabulary words that will help you to be more efficient and productive when it comes to your speaking English. And so today we're going to learn about weather words, words that have to do with the weather. That's a tongue twister. Say that 3 times. Weather words. All right, so let's get into it. Before we get into today's lesson, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. You subscribing to the channel indicates to me that you are enjoying the videos that I am providing, the content that I am giving, and it encourages me to continue to do such videos to help you to speak better English. So once you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you will be notified every time I release new content here on the channel. Okay, let's get ready to get into it. Today's first weather word is rainbow. Rainbow. When the temperature is right, after it rains, you might just see a rainbow in the sky. Rainbow. Fog. Fog. Fog usually comes early in the morning or late in the evening or right after it rains. Here in the part of Georgia that I'm in, especially if the temperature is not yet really cold or not really hot, in the evening time, you'll see fog, and you have to be careful when you're driving. Fog. Our next word, this was a hard one to come up with a picture because you can't see it, but wind. Wind. The wind is blowing hard. Wind. Lightning. Lightning. Make sure you take cover when it is lightning. You know, my parents and my grandparents used to tell us when it's lightning outside, get off the phone, unplug the television. Don't get in the shower because you don't want to get struck by lightning. Our next word, sunrise. Sunrise. Clouds. Clouds. I enjoy looking at the various types of clouds. Now, I enjoy looking at clouds, but when I fly in an airplane, I don't like flying through clouds because you get a lot of turbulence. But clouds are very beautiful in my opinion. Clouds. Okay, our next word, flood. Flood. When there is a lot of rain at one time, it's hard for the sewers to get the water off of the ground. And so usually there will be a flood. Hurricane. Hurricane. I told you in one of my other videos, I had my grandparents used to live close to Washington, D.C., and up in that area close to Virginia Beach, they were known for having hurricanes. And sometimes when we would go on vacation, even in Florida, that tropical weather, you would sometimes be down there during hurricane season. I do not like hurricanes. Scary to be in, hurricanes. Now, tornadoes are very frequent in my part of the country here in Georgia. Tornado season. I remember when I think I was in 3rd grade, and I was at home by myself during a tornado, and that was very scary. Tornado. If I had to pick between a hurricane and a tornado, I think tornadoes are scarier. I don't know, but then some people may say that water with the hurricane that's rising is more frightening. But I guess I was scarred from being in a tornado. Okay, Let's go on to our next vocabulary word, storm. Storm. And there are various types of storms. You can have a rainstorm. You can have a dust storm. You can have a snowstorm. You can have a windstorm. So there are various types of storms. But I want you to learn this word, storm. Hail. Hail can damage your car. When the precipitation freezes before it hits the earth, it will form in balls of ice that we call hail. And man, hail will tear up a window, a car, and if you happen to be outside, it will bruise you up. There have been some hailstorms that have had pieces of ice that have been sizes of golf balls all the way up to sizes of grapefruits. That's amazing to me. Hail. Okay, our next word, cold. Cold. In the wintertime, it gets cold. Here in my house, my wife likes to have it cold. All right. How do you measure the temperature? You use a tool called a thermometer. Thermometer. When the heat rises, we say it is hot. It is hot outside. Here in Georgia, it may get, in the summertime, we may get around 100. And every so often, we may get like 102. But places like Phoenix, Texas, oh, they get like 110 sometime. It is very hot. Okay, our next word, ice. Ice. Now, in certain parts of the country, when it gets real cold and they have snowstorms and ice forms, everything keeps going. Michigan, Baltimore, Connecticut, New York, it has to be really bad for them to shut down the city. But here in Georgia, if we get just that much ice, I mean, if we get that much ice on the ground, everything shuts down. Do you see ice where you're from? Let me know down in the comments. Do you get ice storms? Let us know. Let me know. Okay, let's go to our next word, blizzard. I met a man today who told me he was from Minnesota and he lived there for 10 years. And he said, I don't know how I made it through all of the blizzards. Blizzard. I do not like cold weather like that. Okay, my favorite part of the year, summer. Summer. What a beautiful time of the year. Summer. Winter. Winter. Ice cold outside using your fireplace. You do that in the winter. Another beautiful time of the year. And I'm not saying wintertime and it's cold out is not beautiful, but I just have my preference. Fall. I like fall. Right before winter comes, you have fall. When the leaves are changing colors, we call that fall. Okay, our next word, snow. Snow. Many people like to play in the snow. All right. Temperature. What is the temperature outside? Temperature. Temperature. Frost. Frost. You get frost on plants. Frost on your car. Frost on the trees. Frost. Icicles. Icicle. This is another one. Cyclone. A cyclone. Cyclone. Usually you see cyclones in tropical-like weather areas. Okay, we've had this in this part of the country, a drought, when it's hot all the time for weeks and there's no rain. There is a drought, or that is a drought. We've had a lot of droughts here in Georgia for the past few years, to where lakes have just completely dried up, streams and so forth have dried up. The fish in the lake have died because all of the water has dried up because we went through a drought. Okay, and our last weather word for today's lesson is weatherman. Weatherman. The person that comes on the television to forecast the weather. The weatherman, or the weatherwoman, or the meteorologist. That's a tongue twister for me. So we've dealt with about 25, maybe 27 words today that have to do with the weather. And I want to thank you for spending time out of your schedule to watch today's lesson. I would encourage you to watch the video maybe 3 different times so you can learn the words and they can become more familiar to you. With that being said, if you have learned something today, I hope I have earned a like. A like will also let YouTube know that this is a good video. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and you can watch my videos as I upload them. And if you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified, hopefully. And if you have any questions about any of the words or anything that I can answer, you can leave it down in the comments. And one of my goals, as I said at the beginning of the video, is to be able to have enough subscribers to where I can do a live stream of these lessons, and you can ask questions while we are live. So if you're not a subscriber, I would hope you would help me out if you enjoyed the content to subscribe. Well, until my next video, I want to say again, thank you for watching, and join me on my next lesson on Jay's Learning School. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.